All right. I want to talk to you about some motivation and discipline today. We're going to talk about some things that's going to help you in your fitness. If you have not already packed the gym bag, pack the gym bag, right? If you're packing it right now, I want you to pause this jump, or you can just listen to me talk while you get ready to go to the gym, right? You may be wondering, where in the world do I get discipline from? I'm not motivated, none of that. Like, is it this magical pill y'all take? How y'all stay disciplined all the time? For everybody, it's a little different. First thing you should do is you go in that mirror right now and take off all your clothes and look at yourself naked. Looking at yourself naked should be all the motivation that you need to get up and go to that gym tomorrow. You need to be in the gym tonight if you can. Matter of fact, cut this joint off and go work out right now. Go do something right now, right? But seriously, go work out right now. Seriously, pack that gym bag. Seriously, go to the gym tomorrow. But really, it's not always going to be this ethereal from the heavens feeling that you get, right? A lot of times it's just you don't really get the feeling until you get there, right? But some people it's doing the actual action, it's the changes, it's how you look in clothes, it's a myriad, a multitude of things. For me, workout wise, I take solace and pride in just working out what I call a warrior, right? Me, I'm what I call a functioning psychopath. I'm there to forge my body into living, ethereal, celestial, from the heavens excellence. Some of you maybe be trying to lose weight. Nah, me, I'm trying to get in there and be the best I can be, right? I take many different workout disciplines and combine them to my own. So it's not just me getting there, getting ready for a wedding, a convention, a reunion. Nah, I'm there to be excellent. I'm there to be great. So what I do, I really love working out. So what I think you should do is gamify it. Get into the habit of chasing strength and athleticism. By chasing the strength and athleticism, you'll get to your goal, right? Because if you just sit there and say, "Oh, when am I going to like it?" You may not ever like it. Take joy in getting stronger. Take joy in getting faster. Take joy in just getting better than what you were yesterday. If you're big as hell and you can't get around on the steps without breathing, um, take knowledge in the fact that as you begin to progress in your workouts, that you won't longer just be sitting there and be tired all the day on time. Take knowledge in the fact that you look in the mirror, you're gonna look better than what you looked at yesterday every single day, right? I'll give another a couple of extreme examples. For the men and women too. But whether you're married, you're unmarried, you call yourself righteous, unrighteous, holy or unholy, at some point that woman is gonna see you naked. At some point, she's gonna see you naked, right? And whatever item you had not gonna save you niggas. That Gucci belt not gonna save you niggas. That money not gonna save you niggas. That clothes not gonna save you niggas. That car, that house is not gonna save you because at some point she gonna see you naked. For women, sometimes that's the same thing. At some point, that man gonna see you naked. Let's just say, Bill, I'm a righteous man. My wife is holy. At some point, she gonna see you naked. If you say, Bill, I'm not living for God, at some point, she gonna see you naked. For some of you that are unmarried, I'm saying, let's just say you're regular, as the honorable, my good friend and teacher, Simple the People say, you live in the cardinality, right? Let's just say you want to get out there, you just want to give your flesh a party. You can't even give your flesh a party the right way because you big, you unhealthy, you not drinking no water. You ain't even had like a strawberry since Jimmy Carter was the president. You ain't had no vegetables since Ronald Reagan was the president. So you really need to go ahead and get out there and make a change, right? You ain't had a glass of water since the book of Job, since the Old Testament. You really just not function. So I want you to think of the fact that like just for you to make forge yourself and to be better for whatever you goal you got, whether you call it a righteous goal or unrighteous goal. I know I'm just rambling, right? Get in that gym. Get in that gym and get to it. Because like I said, at some point she's gonna see you naked. Right? What else? What motivates me? Like I said, for me, it's just being stronger, being faster, being better. Like me, many of y'all know me. I had a foot amputation around 2008, and I will talk about that more in depth another time, right? But for me, I wanted to be the best that I can be. Like I grew up on stuff like comic books, video games, anime, action characters. So as a kid, I always saw myself as an action character. I always saw myself as one of them, right? So when I read a comic book, when I look at X Men or Avengers or Black Panther or something like that, I'm not just looking at like a fictional character. I'm looking at Like these niggas are my coworkers. These people are my peers. So I'm looking at myself. A hero is how I view myself, right? So I don't want to look at nothing and give it more glory than me, right? Only person who's gonna get more glory than me is God. Like that's just how you got to see yourself. Um, we spend a lot of time just uplifting other things instead of ourselves. Like we were born to be conquerors, we were born to be great, we were born to be warriors, we were born to be excellent. So I'd say take all that mindset and put it in the gym. Some of you look up to athletes. You say this athlete is the greatest in the world, and a lot of them are. These are well-deserved, people who work very hard. Why not put that energy into yourself? Why not put that energy into yourself? That same adulation, that same glory that you give another person, put it to yourself. And this is not to say you're going to be a champion athlete or anything like that, but you can be great. You can be in shape. You can look better. You can feel better. You can be more proud of yourself. So as you look at the athletes, you'll look at it with a sense of accomplishment, a sense of pride, and a sense of respect, because you'll know what it takes to get there, because it's very hard. Um, for the fellow nerds, like if you know me, you know I dress up as Kratos, right? I'm 12.5% body fat as of Juneteenth. I look like Kratos when I take off my shirt and walk around. Like it feels really good to look like that character when I dress up. It feels really good for people to come up to me and like ask me questions like, "How do you look like that?" It's people who have told me, and Sony or Amazon, if you watch it, you can literally cast me as Kratos today. Hit me up and we'll talk about some money and we'll get to it. But every time I dress up, people are going to come up to me and say, "Wow, this is a great cosplay. You did a great job." And in that, I talk about fitness. I don't just say thank you. Of course, I appreciate it. I love looking good, but I give them motivational tips. I let them know how they can do it. I turn it around. I say, "Hey, man, you got this too." I say, focus on your lifts, focus on your nutrition, focus on your workouts, focus on your consistency and progress, and you can do it too. Matter of fact, most of the young brothers I train, all and just whether they be family or friends, I always let them know that they can be greater than me. Just like Jesus told the people, the things that I do, you can do, but greater. Same principle. Same principle. I say that to them because a lot of them have full mobility of their feet. I have a foot amputation, so it's stuff that I just can't do. Or I'm older. By starting at like 15, 16, or starting, whether they're your kids or your friends, by people starting earlier, you can have much better results than I have. It's really not that hard. Fitness is one of them things, is just if you be consistent over and over, you be consistent, you just don't quit, you can get to the goal. You can get to your promised land. I guarantee you. It'd be one of the greatest. For me, it's the greatest decision I ever did. I put fitness up there with my degree, with my college degree. What is another form of motivation you might need? That's not motivation. Just do it. Just get in there and do it. You know I was gonna feel like it. Like I said, it's not gonna be this ethereal feeling. You just need to get in there and just go. Just go do something. Personally, I think everyone should find what I call a strength believing, strength teaching program. That's when you're going to get your results. Boot camp classes, all that stuff is cool. All that other mess that I call sometimes, it's all right, but it's not going to get you the body you want. To get the body you want, you need to lift weights and get on your nutrition, drink water, and eat sleep. I've been a trainer for 11 years. I've been a gym dude for 16 years, massage therapist for 5. I lost 122 pounds in 2 years, 2 months, 2 weeks, and 2 days. The principle of twos, and I did it all from just being consistent. I took classes and I lifted weights too. I took classes and I watched my nutrition too. People that know me, who've seen me, that tell you, especially like mother and my brother, they saw what it was like for me to make those changes. They saw what it was like for me to, as I slowly changed my diet. I haven't had a McDonald's burger since August of 2010. I don't miss it. I don't miss since 2010. Yes, August of 2010. At one point, I remember I was with my uncle, rest in peace, and I was sitting there talking to him, and I was like, "Yo, this is my last McDonald's burger, right?" And before he died, as he was healthy, he told me, "I remember you told me that." And he told me he didn't believe me, but nobody believes anybody when they sitting there like that, so it doesn't matter to me. But the point is, I said something, and because I said it out my mouth and I decreed it, it's thus saith the Lord. I made it happen, right? So far for motivation, we got physicality, carnality, we got nerd stuff, my own personal rambling, and we'll get to spirituality. Some of you are aspiring ministers. Some of you are preachers. It's some of you that are watching this right now and you're preparing your message, right? I talk a lot of smack, so you're just gonna have to deal with it, right? So a lot of these congregations, they often, I ain't gonna say we because I ain't me. A lot of people be fat as hell. A lot of people be big as hell, right? The pastor will go up there and talk about Jesus living on the inside of you, but he or she will look like cheeseburgers living on the inside of you, right? I truly believe that uh, fitness and spirituality go hand in hand. And I'm gonna talk about this in other videos, but I'll give you two quick videos, two quick messages, two quick scriptures. I mean, it might be more, but whatever. Remember the story of the rich young ruler who walked up to Jesus, right? It's basically about, if you extrapolate it, how I extrapolate it, it's basically about being lean. And he's like, Lord, how can I, blah, 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 how can I get into the kingdom? He's basically trying to flex, right? How can I be lean? How can I be jacked? And the Lord is like, do this, do that, and you do that, you good, all right, yeah. And dude is like, man, I already do them things. And the Lord is like, all right, come on, come with me, get in shape, work out with me. I'm paraphrasing it to fitness. And he looked and he heard what Jesus said, or as I say, Yeshua, right? And he knew he couldn't do it. What does that mean with food? Some of you know what to do. Some of you are in the gym already, but you keep eating. You're not ready to give away what it is that's holding you back. For some, it's pancakes. Maybe that big goofy muffin. Maybe that big goofy drink. Like, when in reality, it's just food. It can't hurt you. It doesn't have a gun to your head. Really, when you think about it, you gotta look at yourself like an idiot for allowing food to have such a stronghold over you. God made man and man made food. God made man and man made food. Like, listen to that. God made man and man made food. You letting a thing that don't even have a soul, a consciousness, dictate how you gonna move. Of course, we need the foods have spirits and energy. I do believe that, but you letting food, a thing that does not talk, rule you. I thought you was a man. If you was a woman, I thought you was a grown woman. You gonna let food do that to you like that? It's just food. It can't hurt you. You gonna let alcohol do that to you like that? Is alcohol that strong that it rules over you, that you can't hit your goal? You should be upset at yourself. Just the very thought. You should get some righteous anger. And you should say, from now on, I'm not gonna let food rule over me. From now on, I'm not gonna let chicken wings rule over me. From now on, I'm not gonna let pancakes rule over me. From now on, I'm not gonna let Chipotle, McDonald's, Burger King, nasty KFC rule over me. Some of you, like, the devil's getting you for cheap, fast food. You're not even eating like high quality restaurants. You eating junk food, $8 junk food that was just manufactured and they gave it to you. It's just food. It's just food. You letting the brunch in DC. We got brunch. Brunch is a very popular thing in DC. It's people who be there every week. Every week, they'll eat brunch, drink brunch, and then go somewhere else. Be fat as hell. And all of a sudden, they gained 50 pounds that year. How did this happen? You ate too much. It's just food. You letting food control you. It's just food. It can't hurt you. It's just food. Matter of fact, it's gonna kill you. There's somebody right now, the doctor done told you to stop doing what you're doing. It's somebody right now, the doctor said, if you don't get rid of this, you're gonna die. And you're not listening. I'm here to tell you, if you don't listen right now, you're gonna surely die. You may not make it this year. You may not make it till tomorrow. You may not make it till Monday if you don't make a change tonight. You need to get on. If you're spiritual, you need to get on your knees and ask God to deliver you from that food tonight. And like I said on Instagram one day, if you be serious, then He'll help you. For the unbelievers, put nature or whatever you want to put instead. But at the same time, like, it's just food. We waiting on you to get in shape. You still don't even know who you are. You still haven't even discovered yourself. You letting food discover yourself. You letting food break on you. You letting food tell you what to do. Food is your master, right? When you think about it like that, it's sad, ain't it? It's just food. It can't hurt you. It can hurt you, but it can't choke you, right? So other than that, you got to ask yourself, what's it going to be? Are you going to do it, or are you going to let your glory pass you by? Like I said, some of you don't even know what you look like yet. because you haven't even started to give yourself discipline. And as you give yourself that discipline is going to change your life. That discipline is going to revitalize you in ways you never understand. Like fitness for me has been the greatest decision ever in my life. I put it up there with my degree. I say physical, aside from continuing to believe in God, like fitness for me is the greatest decision I ever did. I lost 122 pounds. I changed my life. I changed my trajectory. I became beautiful. I'm a beautiful black man. I ain't gonna hold you. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a beautiful black man, right? Some of you may say, "You're not that beautiful." Yes, I am. I'm a beautiful black man, fearfully, wonderfully, melaninely, and beautifully made, right? So ask yourself, what's it gonna be? You can get there too if you just put the food down, if you just believe, if you just start, if you just go to the gym tomorrow. You may not even know what to do. Get on the treadmill, the elliptical, get on the machine to do something, and just put the goofy burger down and pick up an apple instead. When you have that Starbucks goofy muffin, you eat 5, 6, 700 calories. You have that goofy drink, 5, 6, 700 calories, and you've had a bunch of calories. And you're gonna eat like a bag of Doritos. You're gonna eat a bag of nonsense. There are 3,500 calories in a pound. I know I'm rambling. The average American eats 3,000 calories, right? So combine that with years and time. That's how you get big as hell. I've been there too. Like I tell people, I was Saul before I became Paul. Didn't know no better. I was living on nonsense, eating DiGiorno, eating Hot Pockets, all that goofy nonsense. I just had a conscience. Only thing I was not doing was eating at 3 in the morning after like a club or something dumb like that. But I'm telling you, you can do it. Put that discipline down. It's just food. The greatest decision I ever done. I've changed. I've become a trainer. My own testimony, or as I say, God's testimony. I've changed lives. I've changed my own life. I've changed people's lives who have kids. Right? I got a. What I gonna say? Basically, I know people with children whose lives they're gonna change because of me. As you know, as the saints say, no goodness of my own. You know, all glory to God for allowing me to be here to tell you the story today. Right? I've become an inspiration to many. I've been on the news. People have told me. It was a time. Shout out to my good brother James Miller, right? At our old gym, no excuse. It was like 90 some degrees, heat advisory, right? He's told me he's talking on the phone, right? And he sees me coming with a cane. Not, I don't know if I had a cane or not, but I used to have a cane, and I'm walking right 90 degrees. He told me I couldn't. Didn't matter if it was heat wave or not. And he just told me he just kept going. As people who have seen me, I used to go to the gym with a cane, all that stuff. Every physical hindrance that you can think, I've been there. Right. I'm just here to tell you that no matter what you're going through, you can do it. It's not too late to go to the gym. I've been doing this since for 16 years. I'm 43 years old. I'm 43 years old. I just went to my high school reunion. Last year we had our 25th jump, and let me tell you, I was looking like God just came down and just, here we go. This is Bill. Boom. Right? And we got more to go. I recently achieved one of my milestones of being 12% body fat, 12.5 as of June 17th. My next goal is between 9 to 10, but really 9 because I'm just like, if I can get to 10, I can get to 9. Just maybe like a couple more pounds. It could be done. You could do it too, but you got to start now. When is it going to happen for you? When you start. When you start, that's when it begins, but you make it happen, right? All right, so we are approaching 18 minutes and 55 seconds. I'm not even going to watch the video. I'm just going to upload it, right? Whatever. I could just talk. Once I get in my mode of talking, I just talk. I just move, as they say, I move with the spirit. So, if you got any questions, you can hit me. You can DM me. I'll put my information in there. If you really want to get at me, I do consultations, as in paid consultations by you. I give you some advice, give you a plan, all that stuff. I'm a trainer in DC. I'm a massage therapist in DC. I do consultations all across the country by phone, right? Whatever. And if you got any questions, hit me up. I believe in you. Get started. Get to it. Have a good one.